In three, two, one.
What? Hey, guys, it is a beautiful Monday evening. Hello, America. Hey, guess what, man? We're in Sports and Tacos tonight. We do have a great show. We got LXG Unit up there. We got Shotgun up there. We got my boy Roll Tide, Roll Bama, Robert on there. And later on, we're going to have also MLB, great Vaughn, man. But you know what? We got two great people that are coming on our show tonight. One of them's right here, Mr. Dave. He's a 7-time Emmy boy, man. Good job. Congratulations. We love you, man. And then also later on, we got Brady Maluza coming on. He's got a beautiful documentary, man, it's called Mr. Inspiration. We can't wait to hear about it, but also we got more going on too. We got basketball. We got baseball. We have hockey. And then also, we got to talk about some refs, everybody, including up there, Eugene Unit. Oh, my gosh. But, hey, you know what? I'm going to pass it to Spencer right now. Hey, Dave, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Great to be back, guys. Love the show.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, Dave. And yeah, I just want to start off with, I can't thank you enough. Um, you can't really put a price on getting into Radio Row. If you do a sports podcast, just that, I can't thank you enough. Next time I see you, dinner's on me if I got money, because it's just invaluable. The people that you meet, we have guys, I've got some meetings lined up with huge fish that are interested in sports and tacos, and also the Mr. Inspiration documentary. And I would have never been able to meet those people if Dave wouldn't have got me and Brady into Radio Row. I can't even really explain. You guys saw it, Bama. You saw what it was.
Yeah.
It
was huge, man.
it's everybody in the same place for 5 straight days. And Dave, I thank you from I cannot thank you enough. So,
thank you.
and we're, sometime in the next couple of days, we are really contemplating the draft. It's one of those things where, none of us get paid to do this, so we all work normal jobs. And even with the Super Bowl, should I have taken that time off? No. Could I afford to take that time off? No. But I'm also crazy. And it's of course I can't afford to take this time off, but I can't afford to miss an opportunity like that. I will get over the money. I'll figure out a way to scrape by and get the bills paid. So anyways.
Yeah, that's very humbling, and I appreciate that. It's nice that, after, I've been in TV for over 40 years, that I can give back, and still I get a kick out of seeing it through your eyes. I get a kick out of seeing it through people that actually appreciate it, because so many of those other people, I think they take it for granted, and, they're complacent. And that's why, you really wanted to learn and see, and then you got to meet people. And now, if you get that opportunity to come back next year or set up your own ability to go, you'll be there on opening night. You'll be there for all of those big events. And then, you can bring an intern or you can help people. That's what this business is all about. If we don't help each other to grow, we're not going to have this business, because media is changing so much. So if we don't figure out ways to cover things and do things with podcasts and telecasts, mainstream TV is dead. And so that's why it's important to, give others opportunities that are going to be here long after me, so they can run with the ball and do quality programming and learn how to do interviews and learn how to talk to people and learn how to ask questions. And, and when you see the who's who, and I still, get a thrill out of sitting there with Marcus Allen, or sitting there with Doug Flutie, or these guys that come and sit there, and just having fun with those guys, where if you do your homework like you guys do, you get a lot better interviews than most of these other TMZs and these kind of outlandish shows that just want to talk about your DUIs or your criminal past or that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Brady. Was I talking about that on the Super Bowl special? We had met a guy from Texas who he had gotten an exclusive interview with Patrick Mahomes' mom. Remember me mentioning that G Unit, where
Mhm.
all that anybody wanted to chat about in regards to Patrick Mahomes was his brother and his dad, and all the negative publicity. And basically, he got an interview with the mom that was completely positive, and nobody wanted it, and I get it. Anybody in media, if it bleeds, it leads. That's the rule, basically. But I don't know. Somebody
Well,
needs
I
to.
had a thrill, Spencer, a thrill of a lifetime because I interviewed Brett Favre on that Monday, and his agent called me and texted me and said, "Hey, can we get a clip? Can we get that?" And I sent it. He goes, "That was one of Brett's favorite interviews he's ever done," and I was just humbled that he
Congratulations.
said that, because
Wow.
Brett talked about Parkinson's. We didn't touch on the negatives of
Right.
things in court, but we touched on Parkinson's, and we did talk about his feud with the linebacker for the Jets, that
Yeah.
Gastineau, when they had
Yeah.
that confrontation, and Brett opened up and said, "I think ESPN set me up. I think they played a fool," and it was really neat to him to talk about. He was scared. He really was fearful of his life because he knew Gastineau isn't very stable. But it was just, we were supposed to go 20 minutes and we went 50. So that's like, those are the cool moments that you get, that you guys get on this show with the guests that you guys get. You get them to open up, you get them to talk about things other than those X's and O's.
Yeah. And that happens. That's one thing that is really cool. I've noticed about our shows. When we do get big guests, a lot of times they're like, "Hey, I got 5, 10 minutes," and next thing you know, an hour goes by, and they're having a blast.
Mhm.
You know, it's how we got Greg Vaughn. It's how we've gotten, tons of people. So I assume that's kind of how when people are having a pretty good time and are glad to be on your show. So, anyways, we got a good show tonight. Brady's supposed to be stopping in. We'll give him 5 or 10 minutes for sure to blast out Mr. Inspiration documentary because it's getting close to being done. I'll let him that thing's going to be huge. Larabe Aziz is our new hockey girl. Larabe is supposed to be stopping on here, give us some updates about hockey. Greg's supposed to be stopping on if he can, and we'll just rock and roll. So, um, if there is a bunch of people on tonight, we might do this kind of like around the horn style, where I'll bring up the topic and then I'll just give everybody a chance to speak on the topic.
Hell yeah.
Um, so, anyways, I will start. Well, I want to wait for Brady to come on because and just so you guys know, because he's been on a few times. You guys remember Isaac Ruiz from Chico and the Man, and Bob Whelan's best friend. Isaac passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh
Oh,
man.
He is one of he's one of like the my most favorite people that we've had on this show. His
he
stories,
was fun. He was always fun.
his
Heck yes, he
Good
was.
stories,
man.
his stories were amazing. Like how he got into Hollywood. I just wanted to let everybody know. I'll let Brady talk more about that when he comes on. But anyways, I was kind of wanted to wait for Greg, but there's something. Okay, I'm going to start with this. Who can name? I want to see if anybody can name a certain person. Does anybody know the player that was picked? I believe it was in the 2000. We're going to wait for Greg to come on. All right, there we go. Greg,
What's happening?
What's up,
how you
Greg?
doing?
Gregory.
What's happening?
Not a lot. Just sports and tacos Monday night. Trying to
Hey,
just kind of getting started. We were just getting ready to dive in. Have you met Dave Stevens? Were you on with the Dave Stevens episode a while back, Greg?
yeah. Good to see you,
Okay,
Dave.
awesome. Greg, Dave. Okay, so I just mentioned Greg. Um, this is just totally like unrelated to anything, but you remember Isaac Ruiz, who's been on the show a few times?
Yeah.
Isaac passed away a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Just so you know, Brady's going to come on. You know, he was Bob Whelan's best friend. He was the guy, you know, he helped him walk almost half, I don't know, a good portion of the way across America on his hands. He great, you know, great interviews. Just so you guys know, I wanted to let everybody know that
Yeah,
Isaac
right on, yeah.
Isaac passed
Was he
away.
the young
So
guy? The young?
no, he was an older guy, older Latino guy with the greatest stories in the world about how he got into
Oh,
Hollywood and stuff.
yes.
You
I
remember?
love the Jackie
Yes.
Gleason one.
Yes. Had some great stories to share.
He
Oh,
like BS'd his way into Hollywood one, and then dude, he was on Chico and the Man for years.
mhm.
You know.
Right.
So, anyways, I just
Aw.
want to let you guys know that we'll let Brady kind of chat more about it. Okay. I wanted to start with this. So, Greg, we're gonna kind of go around the horn style here. I'm just gonna bring up the topic, and then I'm just gonna pick, you know, Greg, Tony, Bama, Dave, G Unit, and get your opinions on whatever the topic is. Because we got Larray Aziz coming on. We have Brady Mazzola stopping in. So we're going to have kind of a full house tonight. Anyways, I want to start here. Can anybody name the player? I believe it was the 2007 NBA draft. The player that was taken before Kevin Durant. No
2007.
Googling it. You can't Google it either. And it goes into my topic.
Is
And
this
then,
like a big name player?
well, okay. His name was, you're going to remember it. His
Well,
name
just give
was
a hint at
Greg.
least. Come on now.
The name
Greg
was
Oden.
Greg
Greg
Oden.
Greg Oden. Yeah, hell yeah.
Greg
Yes.
Oden. Okay. And Greg Oden, there's a reason why he was picked before Kevin Durant. He was supposed to be the next Wilt Chamberlain. Until, do you remember, all of a sudden, microfracture surgery in one knee, then microfracture surgery in the next knee. And, you know, then you basically you get double microfracture surgery. Next thing you know, you go from being the next Wilt Chamberlain to not even having really an NBA career. So, what I wanted to chat about here was, you guys heard about Wembanyama?
Yep.
Okay, I mean, dude.
Blood clot. What? Thrombosis. Yeah, not good.
Oh, the shoulder blood clot.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he's
you guys.
so young.
The next Wilt Chamberlain, and I'm assuming, and they say, you know, it'll have it under control. It's not going to be hopefully that big of a deal. But they did bench him for the rest of the season, so it's not a small deal. And a
Yeah.
blood clot issues. Didn't that shorten? I know it shortened Chris Bosh's career. Am I correct when I say that? Anybody remember that?
I want to say yes on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, they
So
regulated it for a
It's a
while, but
serious
he
issue.
was never the same.
yeah, it's just like such a dangerous thing. So what I wanted to chat about, and this is not really a yes or no question, but when I think about people like Greg Oden, Chris Bosh, I also think about people like Tom Brady, Nolan Ryan, Emmett Smith, Walter Payton, LeBron James. And this is just complete opinion based question. What do you think gives a guy like Nolan Ryan or Tom Brady or LeBron James, guys that play for just years and years and years? Is it luck? Is it conditioning? Is it DNA? Is it God? Like, think about how many careers, how many Nolan Ryans and LeBron Jameses that
You're
there
the one.
could be. I just, because I feel horrible for Wembanyama, dude.
You
I
know,
mean,
I think it's a combination of all of it.
Yep.
You know, I think luck is plays a huge part of it. You know what I mean? To be able to play as long as like the guys you just mentioned. But you remember Brandon Roy? He was another one. I see Dave with his Washington. Portland, same thing. I mean, he was a superstar, but he had the two microfracture surgeries, and you can go all the way back to Shoot, Chris Webber had one. You know what I mean? It's that surgery you didn't come back from. Part of it is, like I said, you have to be lucky enough not to get injured. LeBron has been lucky enough that he's been hurt, but he hasn't been injured. There's a
Yeah.
difference, and I don't think, and it's luck, it's the good Lord, it's genetics, it's all the above, but I don't think you can absolutely say, you know, it's one or the other. I think luck more than anything else, or God on your side, one of the two,
Right.
or a
Okay.
combination of both.
Combination G unit. What do you think? Like allows. What do you think? And this is again completely opinion based. It's just I also think about it like this every year at the NFL draft. Okay, everyone. It's just a group of future superstars, right?
Mhm.
Many times when you go back and you look at an NFL draft 10 or 15 years later, this huge group of future superstars, out of all of them, there might be one or two Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, absolutely.
So I don't
DNA.
know. What do you think? I just what are your thoughts?
DNA and the environment that you're raised in, your religion that you're raised up with, DNA, luck, and just conditioning and being strong for years. You're there. A lot of them are born an all-star. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave Stevens. What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, for your points, then you think about a Tony Mandrich or a Ryan Leaf, those failures that you thought were going to have those successes. And I mean, Greg had a 15-year career in the major leagues, and I don't know what his attributes, what your thoughts are, Greg, as to how you had that longevity, because it really is tough, for all these great stories. Then you've got to Mark the Bird Friedrich. You get these guys that were just had a year or a season, or Joe Charbonneau, another great slugger that kind of, everyone thought he was going to be around for a long, long time. So